nice light coating. Remember, this is a flour, and it's going to affect the way your stock dissolves into your sauce.
You want those little bits on the bottom of the pan.
That's right.
Those are the best.
All right, now we're getting a nice brown on there.
So do you always brown the meat?
Yeah, I like the way that the flavor develops, and there's you're not really concerned about sealing in anything, but because you are going to braise this for a long period of time. But I do believe it develops the flavor nicely.
Do you love Italian cooking as compared to anything else, or?
My training is not Italian. The same rules apply. I've traveled to Italy. Now, another important rule when I'm braising meats is if I can do it all in one pan, I will do it all in one pan. The instant I start changing dishes and things like that, every time I add something to this pan, I'm giving up flavor. So we're just going to start a light saute on the onions. And to that, we're going to add some garlic. Now, a couple of things about treating your garlic. When you have the cloves, just nip that little end off. It's not your friend. It's going to make things bitter. Okay, give it a smash. And I always like to add just a tiny bit of salt to my garlic.
And why is that?
Well,
does it retain its juices or?
No, it expels acids.
Oh, okay.
And of course, the salt will neutralize that.
Okay.
And you'll see it. You'll see it at the end when I'm done here. You'll see the amount of moisture on the cutting board.
Yeah. Just once you smash it with your knife, you just add a little bit of salt to it, then put it in your dish.
Notice it's very noticeable, and you will notice your garlic will be sweeter.
Okay. And some lovely carrots as well.
Carrots, a little celery.
Mm-hmm. And then the special part.
Okay, now, if we're such a fancy scratch kitchen, why canned tomatoes?
Because they are the best.
It's not. No, seriously. It is a consistency issue, and normally canned tomatoes are canned in tomato season. So for cooking applications, definitely a plus.
Okay, so we put together thyme
and rosemary.
And rosemary.
And we'll add a couple of these guys too.
And a couple of bay leaves as well.
So now we've got it sauteed. The onions are clear. The carrots just get a little bit of brown on just the corners of the dice. And to this, we're just going to add white wine. Now, when I go out to eat, I notice a lot of times that something like an ossobuco, a lot of people are using red wine, and I just think that's an absolute crime because
in cooking,
it's veal.
Oh, okay.
And veal is mild in flavor, so using a red wine, it's
overpowering.
You might as well be using pork for all the difference it's going to make because it'll taste the same.
Okay.
It's not you.
So any particular, you used Pinot Grigio?
I use a Pinot Grigio. Just the rule of thumb about any cooking wine is that it's dry.
Okay.
Okay, nothing sweet.
Okay, that makes sense. So.
All right, and we're just going to let that burn off. You always want to make sure your alcohol comes to a complete boil before adding anything else. That's going to burn away any alcohol that's going to overpower all the food in the dish.
So you pour enough just to sort of cover the vegetables and give it a chance.
Yep, and I will make adjustments to it if I have to, if necessary. All right, so we're going to fast forward about 2.5 hours here. And that's what we're coming up with.
Oh. Can everybody see that? Can you see that? That's just outstanding. Oh. Look at the veal, the bones there, the marrow, and oh boy, that just looks absolutely beautiful. That's a feast, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What I can.
Nothing to put it on. Maybe some plates.
No, let me grab some plates.
This is the booth for Frankie's Italian restaurant. Just have a good sample there.
All right, who gets the marrow bone?
Oh, thank you.
That guy does.
Oh, the good stuff. Thank you.
Okay.
So I just came over from the show on the stage, so they're passing around the samples.
Pass time?
So this is the best part, the marrow.
Somebody else?
Oh, that's very tasty. The ossobuco with the bone marrow. Very tasty. I just slipped off the bone marrow from the ossobuco. Well, that was really delicious. So that's what's left. I drank the sauce as well. So nice flavor with fresh herbs. That was delicious. I'm gonna have to try and make this myself sometime.
Meatballs across the way. Okay, I'm gonna add the rosemary to that while it toasts. See again, it's